let's manage our thoughts. If you think about it, everything you feel, do, or say is directly related to the thoughts that we think every minute of every single day. So, if our thoughts dictate how we feel, what we say, and what we do, it makes sense that we should try and manage our thoughts. True? Now, let's examine how this works, because let's toggle backwards from our what we say, what we do, and how we feel, and see what we have to be thinking to have these expressions. What we want to know for certain. Say, for example, we have an example of, I want to get a certain job, but then I start thinking, who am I to think that I can get this job? Because this job is very prestigious. Nobody in my family ever hoped to have such a prestigious position, because maybe they never finished school, they never went to college, or whatever it might be. And you might start thinking again, what if I fail? This is going to have a direct thing on your feeling, what you're going to feel. You're going to start feeling inadequate. You're going to start feeling unqualified and unworthy of such a position. And this might lead us into some kind of a depression, where we may not even show up. We may not even apply for the position first. We may not even show up for the interview, right? If we get that far. The most important thing we need to remember is that our thoughts are not always true, and we have the power to choose whether to give them power over our lives or not. Our thoughts are never always true, guys. Question your thoughts. Is this true? Does this make sense? I could, for example, take the example of the scenario of the job I mentioned earlier. Does it matter that, for example, is it true? Does it make sense that if I've never had a family member who had such a prestigious job, that means that nobody else in the family will ever have one? No, it's not true. And it does not make sense, because people are individuals and they can always strive to do their best and get that job, even if they came from a very poor or a family who never had that kind of a job in their, in the whole history of the family. So guys, if you question your thoughts, you will find that they're usually not true. 90% of the time they're not true. And now you have to decide whether you're going to accept or reject that thought, because only you have that power. Nobody can do that for you. And that decision, guys, the reason why it's so important to question your thoughts and decide whether you're going to accept or reject it is because it is going to, all of these thoughts are going to ultimately determine your destiny, where you're going to end up in life. I'm Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor, your leverage for change. Have a great day.